Hi there, welcome to Raylene Maths. So far in the video series on fraction operations, we've looked at simplifying, multiplying, and dividing fractions. These are all very similar, and they're a variation on the theme of simplifying fractions. It requires us to factorize the numerators and the denominators. Now we are going to look at adding and subtracting fractions, which have the same steps. Let's consider two fractions, 3/8 and 5/6. If we add them together, the first step we need to do is get a common denominator. Let's really think about what 3/8 means. This is 3 of these eighth kind of objects. And we are going to add that to 5/6, which is 5 of these sixth objects. For a moment, imagine that an eighth is replaced with a dog and a sixth is replaced with a cat. You can't add 3 dogs and 5 cats because they're different kinds of objects. But unlike dogs and cats, which cannot be converted into each other or to something that they have in common, we can convert eighths and sixths. So we're going to do this by recognizing that 8 and 6 are denominators, but they have skip counting times tables numbers. If we skip count by 6, we get 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, and 48. We can keep going, but I'm stopping at 48 because 8 times 6 is 48. I can also do the skip counting by 8, so starting at 8, continuing to add 8, or write out the 8's times tables, we get these numbers. And sure enough, we see that 48 is common to both 6 and 8. It's a common multiple. It's a common number in the times tables of 6 and 8. But it's not the lowest. And in terms of simplifying our fractions, we want to work with smaller numbers because they are simpler. And so the first number that both 8 and 6 have in common is 24. So we are going to convert eighths and sixths into 24ths. To do this, we are going to take the first fraction of 3/8, and we are going to multiply by 1 in the form of whatever it takes to make 8 scale or resize to 24. Then we are going to take the 5/6 and multiply that fraction by 1, which is the appropriate number to multiply 6 to get 24. Our target denominator is 24. And so we know that 8 multiplies by 3 to get to 24, and so we have to multiply the top and the bottom of that fraction by the same number. This means that the value of the red fraction is 1. Recall that a fraction is the top number divided by the bottom number. Similarly, the green fraction has to be 4/4, which is equal to 1, because 4 times 6 is what it takes to get to 24. And so now we just multiply straight across, so there is multiplication involved in the adding or subtracting steps. And now we have 9/24 plus 5 times 4, which is 20/24. The next step is to keep the denominator common. After going to all of that work to get a common denominator, you don't need to do anything more with it. Because what we're really saying is we have 9 of these 24th things plus 20 of these same 24th things. If these things were both horses, we would say we have 9 horses plus 20 horses. When we add those together, we get 29 horses. We don't get 29 of some new animal, which is a 24th plus a 24th. So we keep the 24 in the denominator and we add the top to get 29. This fraction is a top-heavy or improper fraction, and we will see how to convert improper fractions to mixed numbers and vice versa in the next video. Thanks for checking out Raylene Maths.